Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone. This is Sagar Shah welcoming you to day 8 of the Prague Masters. Welcome to all. It's the penultimate day of this epic tournament that is going on. I want to show you what the standings are like so that you know what are the chances of the players who are playing right now. So these are the standings. Quang Liem is on 4.5 points. Oops, sorry, is it not updated? One second, let me just make sure that this is updated. Actually 7 rounds have been completed, so something is wrong there. One second, I will be able to fix it. And there we go. It is Quang Liem with 5 points out of 7. Harikrishna on 4.5. Sam Shankland on 4.5. But out of 8, he's drawn his game. Navara on 4.5. Nguyen Thaidaiwan on 4. Parham Maghsoodloo on 3.5. Vallejo Pons on 3.5. Vidit Gujrathi on 3. So it's a very, very exciting event. And let's see if Harikrishna today manages to win this game today, and he might have chances of winning because Vidit, on the other hand, is facing Quang Liem. So both the Indians can work in tandem together to give a chance to Harikrishna to win. Let's see if that can happen. Can we go to Harikrishna's game right now, guys? Are you all ready for it? Let's go. Let's go. Harikrishna is facing Salem AR Saleh. And let me see if I can. Yes. Here we have the. Oh my God. Is Harikrishna already better? Kya baat hai? Kya baat hai? Rohit B says Hari finding best moves. Hari is winning. Hari ji kal jaisa draw mat kar dena, says Jello. Let's go. Okay. D4, D5. C4. Queen's Gambit. And what's the name of this opening, guys? C6. What is the name of this opening? Can anyone tell me? Let's see, how are the people in the chat? Are they awake? Sleeping? क्या चल रहा है दोस्तों? Slav, absolutely right. Patrick Bro, Aniket Vishwakarma, Akash Sutaria, Vaibhav Kaul, Sugriv Kataria, Sayantan Ghosh, all of you now understanding the names of the openings very well. So Slav defense on the board, and he goes knight f3. Hari goes knight f6. Hari is also played the Slav against Maghsoodloo. G3. Now Salem Saleh. Okay. Everyone says that against the Slav, you should not put your pawn on g3 because black can then take on c4 and you will be a pawn down. But Salem Saleh says, भाई यही तो अपने का अपना, this is my style. I love to give a pawn. I love to attack. I love to play for compensation. So that is how he goes. And here he goes g3, bishop f5, knight to c3 played. And now Harikrishna goes e6, knight h4. Hari places his bishop here. Now you can take it, but then the problem is after d takes e4, this knight is like are mera jagah chala gaya, so I can't play this, I cannot come back. So that's the reason why he goes f3. Harikrishna puts his bishop back, queen to b3, attacking the pawn on b7. Now guys, how do you continue? Can anyone tell me what's the best move here for black to play? Let's go. What is the best move? Let's see if all of you are ready for the answer. Whoa, fantastic job done by Sugriv Kataria and Mayank Dubey. Only 2 people give the right answer. By the way, queen c7, very tempting to play that. But guys, after queen c7, the problem is that your queen will be attacked with bishop f4. And you don't want to put your queen there. So let's not go there. But queen d7, not such a silly move because there's no knight on f3 to come and attack it over here. But this knight is saying, "Arey queen, mera kya? Where should I go?" So he's like, okay. He goes queen b6 here, Harikrishna. Now c5, and Salem is like, Hari, you will have to take my queen, because if you go back here to defend your pawn, I'm anyway coming bishop f4, hitting you, you will be tremendously passive. Hari says, no problem, I'm the endgame maestro, I don't have any trouble going into the endgame. So he takes, pawn takes, and now here Harikrishna comes up with a very nice move. He plays his knight to a6. So his plan is, guys, to go to b4. I'm just thinking, can you go rook a4, stopping this move? What is the problem with this move? Now look at the full board. What is black's best move here? Rook on a4 stops knight b4, because that is a beautiful square, and if your knight b4 is not coming, I will go e3 next, and then your knight will be in trouble here. So what's the move? Look at the full board. Guys, uto, get up from your sleep. What a horrible move suggested by few people. b5, free knight offering. Kya chal raha hai? What is happening, guys? Wake up. Sona nahi hai. So the move that you all have suggested, and many of you, and I like it a lot, is bishop c2. Look at this, bishop was sitting here. You can attack it. So the move is Pranay Akula, Aditya Hari, Deepak Kumar, Bhavik, Achal Pandey, Naman, Sugriv, Mayur, Blenderstein, and Patrick Bro. Fantastic job, guys. I have one question though. Could he have taken and then gone rook a4? Then there is no bishop c2, right? Maybe, but then there is a possibility of perhaps attacking in the center with e5. And the point is, if you take, I go knight d7, attacking here and here, or very interesting move, knight h5. I would have never thought of this move, yeah, because of taking here is the threat. But guys, white has a great move here. Can you find it? This is crazy. I've never seen such a theme. What is the move here for white? Because if you save this, let's say king f2 here, then I will go bishop takes c5 check. What is the move here? No one can find it. It's so tough. Let me see if anyone, who's the first one in the chat to find it. Not yet. No one. Oh yes, someone has found it. Who is he? Deepak Kumar, Sendil Nathan, and Sushant Kumar. Look at this rook swinging over from here. What a move. Epic. Here rook is like, rook gets born, okay, in the start of the game. Here rook goes with his kundli to an astrologer and says, sir, what is my future? He's like, son, you will travel, you will go places in your life. And rook is like, oh, but what? My future is, this pawn is here, the knight is here, there's no future for me. And then suddenly this opens up and he's like, oh, some future. Then he goes here and he's like, okay, some future. And then finally he goes like all the way to US. And you see, life can be very, very unpredictable. Okay, going back to the game. Here, Hari played knight a6, but Salem said, I'm going to take away your square on c7 now. You knight are not going to live much. So knight d7 was played, and maybe his point was that he wants to push e5 now. And then he went e4. Whoa, guys, this is getting really intense, because now this bishop wants to take this knight on a6. Okay, Harikrishna says, nothing doing. I'm going to b4 because my knight cannot come back to c7. He will take it. So knight b4 with the threat of knight c2. There is a massive fork incoming there. And now comes this typical idea, guys. What is it? We have already spoken about it. What is the point here? Look at Salem. He's just from the video. He's just looking at Hari as if Hari has made some kind of a blunder or something. Huh? We have to go to the live game very soon. But what's the move here? Yes, Rook A4. Absolutely right. Rook A4, Sanket, Bhavik, Blenderstein, Sendil Nathan, Patrick Bro, Hudida Fart, Santosh, Soumyadeep, Chess for Fun, Shubhankar. Well done. So here, Rook A4 is the correct move. Now Knight C2 makes no sense because there's no fork. My king will come here and hit your knight. And the pawn is also protected this way. So excellent move. Now Harikrishna had to go A5. Hari has to put his pawn on A5 to support the knight. But then Salem now takes the pawn. Okay, fine. You took the pawn. I take it back. And now comes another classy move, King D2. So if Harikrishna is not careful, then this rook will soon join on E1 and his king will be in trouble. Already white looks really, really in a good position. Now Hari went bishop E7. It's a very surprising move because you want to take here. But if I take on G6, then after H takes G6, black is doing okay. Like bishop D3, I can already go king to D8 and then bishop F6, rook E8, and my position is very, very fine. Completely okay. So he cannot take on G6 just yet. Okay. So he went bishop H3. Now attacking the knight here on D7. And Harikrishna now finds another great move, b5. And guys, the point is that if you were to play bishop d7, king d7, and then take en passant, you can't take it. You have to play the en passant move immediately after the pawn has moved 2 steps. So if he wants to do that, he must do it now. But if he does it, then knight takes b6 hits the rook. You can't do that. So he therefore plays rook e1, but it's a big blunder. It's a massive blunder here in the position. But what is the tactic? Oh, I understand. What he wants is after take to go bishop d6. But even this is not so clear. He wants to next move take here and then take here. But can I go like castles? Oh, then bishop e7 hits the rook and then this knight is hanging. Acha, so I can't do that. Oh, what a move by Harikrishna. By my god, b5, rook e1, and he took only 7 minutes to capture knight takes c5. Wow. Wow, what a move. But I don't still understand. I don't get the point. Let's say he took, right? He took. I take. And now if I get it. Now I get it. Guys, what was the point of this move now? Why did he give up this knight? Black to play. What's the move here that Harikrishna had foreseen? What was the move? Oh, Hari OP, guys. Hari OP. He saw it. Yes. And also chat OP because everyone is like super GMs here. Priyanshu Barnwal, Anurag, Sakar Chess, Sugriv, Kunal, Naman, Shaunak, Intellectual Chirag, Revant, Sendil Nathan. So, what was the theme of this move? Knight takes c5. Here, ye jo mara hai na, ye, knight takes c5. Can anyone tell me what is this tactical theme? Tactical theme, what was it? Anyone? Clearance, NXT Diablo. What a nice answer. Clearance. Clearance sack, Jatin, Janit Sachdeva. Sakar Chess Ambarnath. Exactly, clearance. You know, you do clearance for attack. You clear a file or you clear a rank. But here, the clearance is for defense this way. So, Harikrishna took the knight. They took the rook, knight takes a4, and now Salem, typical his style. He's like, okay, even if I'm an exchange down, so what's the big deal? Actually, he's not. I still have attacking chances. I have a bishop looking here. I have this bishop here. I have a knight coming in. I have a rook here. So he thinks his position is great, but Hari's like, okay, I'm just cool, chill. Just rook a7. And now comes knight b6. And guys, this is an important moment of the game for Harikrishna. We are at the live board. The threat now could be knight c8, forking here and here. That could be an idea in the position. Disco defense. That's a nice one. Disco defense. But Harikrishna, has he played his move after knight b6? Oh, he goes knight d3. And he's left Salem thinking alone on the board there. Salem thinking for his move. By the way, we need to change the timing. This one goes here. This one goes here. And he's played knight to d3. And he's telling Salem, Salem, your rook is attacked. I'm taking your bishop next move. You don't have enough pieces. Wow. Sanket Joshi says king d8 after knight c8. But Sanket, then the rook would be hanging, no, here, this move. So maybe not. What exactly is clearance, and is it benefiting always, Priyanshu? No, Priyanshu, the thing is like this. Look, this is the position, okay? Now, he played the move b5. So he went rook e1. Now, if I take here, the problem is his bishop comes in. Even this position is not clear, because now I can not defend it this way. So Harikrishna thought, only if I didn't have the knight here. Agar mera knight kahin pe main de du, if I give up the knight, then my rook can come and defend. But where do I give? And here there is another clearance idea. So let me see if you guys can find another clearance idea with black here. Black to play. Oops, sorry. No board. This position, no board. Sorry. Arey guys, sorry bhai. So here I was talking about this position, and I was saying that this rook wants to come and defend here, but the knight is in between. So that's why Hari had sacrificed. But even if he came to this position, is there a clearance move now? We need clearance of the board. Yes, absolutely right. It's absolutely right. Knight e5. And the point is, you will be like, what? The rook can take it, pawn can take it, bishop can take it. But of course, he will take it with the rook. And then go rook a7, defending this way. It's also clearance. You know, it's like you clear. Your house is filled with dirt. You clean it so that the important things are left. Okay. Now, knight d3 played by Hari. And Hari has 37 minutes. Salem is sitting there. He's scratching his head. He's like, oh my God, I'm lost now. Utterly lost. Should I resign the game? Because imagine he tries to save his rook with rook e2. Then Harikrishna takes the bishop. And then if you take here, now there is no threat. No threat, actually speaking. He can just play maybe king d8. And now the bishop is attacking the knight. Game is over, guys. Harikrishna would be simply exchange up. His bishop is coming here. His rook is coming out. There is no threats. But instead of sacrificing the knight on e5, can we castle instead and sack the bishop with activating the rook? Arrow. That was the point we saw. You cannot do that, because if you do this, like here, let's say take, without doing that, if you play like bishop ba4, bishop d6, then castles, then he takes on e7 with the bishop, attacks your rook, then this is hanging, and it is not the best. So yes, exactly. Hudadi Fart says knight c5 gives us a pawn as well, and a very important pawn. So after rook e1, you clear it this way so that you win a pawn, a very important one. And this is where I think Salem missed, that Harikrishna had it all worked out. Wow. You know, guys, Salem just making, actually it's a tactical mistake that he made. So I think Hari is going to win this. Salem might even resign very soon, because but okay, you can still play on. And meanwhile, if Vidit manages to hold Quang Liem to a draw, then we will have Harikrishna joining the lead. Let's quickly check what Vidit is up to, because maybe over there we will be able to see कि क्या चल रहा है. So Vidit Gujrathi, oh my God. Vidit's game, let's quickly see. What's happening here? Quang Liem is sitting very, very calmly on the board looking at all the options because he might be thinking, oh my god, Harikrishna is moving ahead. I need to beat Vidit Gujrathi. But can he beat him? Can he quickly go through Vidit's game? So Vidit playing with the black pieces, d4, knight f6, c4, e6, nf3, d5, it's the queen's gambit decline. And now Vidit could have played his favorite opening, the Ragozin, but he instead goes for the Slav. cd5, he plays cd4. This is the special Slav variation. I like to call it the Wesley So Slav. Sorry, Tarash. What am I doing? Not Slav. Wesley So Tarash. ed, bishop g5, bishop e7, e3. This is becoming very popular. Magnus Carlsen used it against... whom did he beat recently with this, guys? Pragnananda played it with Magnus, and Magnus played it against Tarash. Sorry. Whom did he play it? Prague played it with Magnus. Magnus played it against... I think Anish Giri, right? Yes, Hudida Fart. You're right. Anish Giri. Keyboard warrior, you are right. Rook d1, bishop e6, bishop d3, h6, bishop h4, all with it prep, nice prep. But I think with Anish had gone and bishop e2 and queen d3 line. But here you have this one, and it was slightly different. Queen b6 attacking the pawn on b2. So rook d2 played, rook d8, castles, king f8. Very important move because you want to play d4, but after take, there is bishop h7 check and you lose the d4 pawn. So that's why king f8 is now getting away from this, preparing d4. So he goes bishop b1, knight to a5, queen to b5, knight to c4. Oh, this was also played between Pragnananda and Ding Liren, if I'm not mistaken. Rook e2, g5. Oh, Vidit had done commentary with me on such similar positions. So maybe he has some ideas here. bg4, takes. And now Vidit says, isolated pawn, let's get rid of it. He goes d4 in the position. And then he goes take, rook d4, king g2, rook d8, rook c1, rook d2, b3, rook takes e2, knight takes e2, knight a3, attacking the bishop. Bishop went to f5. So white seems to have a small edge because these pawns are a little less weak than these pawns. They look weaker in the position. So knight b5 was played in the position. And then the idea is to go rook d2, but could he have gone rook d2 straight away? Maybe there is this check here, king g7, and then knight comes to c3. Saving this pawn. And I think white is the one who's pushing here. So he first went knight to b5. Rook c8. Oh, he played rook c8. He takes, and now his b7 pawn is hanging. Rutvik Patel has sent a super chat saying, chess na prem ma padwa mate khub aabhar Sagar bhai. Atyare Marcos ni Under the Surface vanchu chu. Are, Jan Marcos book Under the Surface is very interesting, and that's a very good book, Rutvik. Also slightly, are you able to understand everything? Because it's not an easy book, but if you are enjoying it, great job. Okay, now knight d6. Vidit says to Quang Liem, if you want to win this pawn, then you will have to give up your bishop pair. And if you give up the bishop pair, which you do, then it will be an opposite colored bishop position. Also, if you were to take here, then here black has a very nice move that secures the draw. Can you find that move, guys? Black to play. Yes, no name, Supercom, Pranay Akula, Mudit, Arav, Aurora, Mandar. The move that I was looking for and which all of you have managed to find, um, Shubhankar, Nguyen, Naman, Hiroshikesan, Beloglavi is knight h5. My idea is to play knight f4 and exchange of the knights. Then it will be an opposite colored bishop and one pawn down is not a big deal here. So that's the reason why here Quang Liem very intelligently goes for f4. Very nice move. With it, again a nice move. He attacks this, takes, and now you want to still win this pawn, but you don't want to go into an opposite colored bishop endgame. So takes, and again it's a drawn position with one pawn down. Such positions are very drawish. So that's the reason why he goes king f3. He's still not ready. And with it goes knight b4. I think this is not a great move. He should have perhaps considered knight f4, but I don't think Quang Liem would have exchanged it. He would have played knight d4. But there was a possibility here, guys, of playing bishop a3. And after taking here, to go knight b4 to attack this, because you have kind of blocked that pawn. It is a possible way to play. And now attack this knight. And after bishop knight e4, when I attack this, maybe you go like knight takes a2, knight g5, and the game still goes on. White is still a pawn up, and it's not at all easy for Vidit to defend it, but maybe this is a better defensive position than what he did in the game. What he did was he played directly knight b4, and Quang Liem says, I can play a4 now. You still can't defend your b7 pawn. I will still be a pawn up. So bishop c5, he takes on b7, and now Vidit goes knight c2. I was wondering if Vidit can go knight d3 here, attacking the f2 pawn. But maybe it's not the best of ideas, because after bishop a6 hitting here, knight f2, you want to win a pawn, but this is a big blunder. Who can find the answer now? White to play and win. You have won a pawn, but you have lost your knight. Yes, Pranay Akula, you're so quick. Brilliant, brilliant. Oh, Aryan Ranjan. Hello, how are you, Aryan? After a long time. B4 by Pranay, Sugriv, Real Sagar Shah, Shaunak, Aryan, Arnab, Anurag, Akhil, Chayan, and Pranay Kumar. Fantastic job. So knight f2, you go b4, hitting the bishop, and somehow the bishop can no longer protect the knight, and you are just losing the game. Okay, so Vidit's not going to fall for that trap. He goes knight to c2, keeps his knight on this square, and now another interesting move by Quang Liem. So Vidit is a pawn down. Let's just look at their screen carefully and see what is happening. You can see here Vidit tremendously focused. Quang Liem knows that he has some chances to win the game. He's a pawn up. He has to play carefully. Also time wise, it seems like Quang Liem is doing excellently on the clock. He has 49 minutes. Vidit has 20 minutes on the clock. So, but I think the 30 move rule is, 30 minute has been added, right? Because they have passed 40 moves. So here it's no longer, no, they have not passed. They have not passed. It's still move number 36. Okay, get it. They still need to make 4 more moves here, but with it not under time pressure. What do you think, guys? This is it going to be a draw, or do you think Quang Liem will win? Yes, let's go to Hari's game next. Draw. Everyone thinks a draw. Okay, that would be great actually for Hari's chances to win the tournament, because if Vidit is able to hold Quang Liem, then Hari will tie with him on the top spot. Let's quickly go to Harikrishna's game and see what is happening there. Harikrishna, oh, what just happened there, guys? Did Salem really sacrifice an entire exchange? Again, Hari goes knight to b4 just to see what is happening here. Let's quickly look at the board. So here We were seeing this till knight d3, right? The knight moved in. And then he just, boom, he sacked here. And okay, Hari said, thank you so much, Salem. And Salem says, I'm coming here. Now, guys, this is a very important moment. Because if you get greedy and you try to go rook a7, is this a trouble or not? I mean, why can't Hari just save the exchange? Actually, Hari can, right? But Hari says, you know, Salem, I don't need all the material. I'll just come back. Because on another thing, guys, if you play rook a7, I was thinking, can you go knight g6, hg6, and then pick up the knight? But you can't because your bishop is hanging here. So वो भी actually possible nahi hai. I mean, that is also not a possibility. So you can go knight. I mean, Hari goes knight b4, and he says to his opponent that one exchange is enough. And next move, if you don't take, let's say, what else can you do? Maybe let's look at some move like f4. If you want to come f5, but then I'll just put my bishop in the center, and again, no problem. So this is an exchange I'm ready to give. And once my king comes to e7, my rook opens up. There are no more checks in the position. Actually, it's just completely fine. Salem will sacrifice again, do you think? One second, let's just look at what kind of a feeling is there for Salem. Oh, Salem went knight g2 already. He played his move. He played his knight to g2. Okay, if you were in Hari's shoes, okay, imagine this, guys. Just breathe, okay? Go and you kind of go to this playing hall, okay? Just feel yourself in this playing hall. I'm going to remove this board so that you don't have to worry. You feel like Hari. What move would you play? Hari, wait. Hari, one second. Hari. He made his move. King d8, played by Harikrishna there. Aradhya Bansal says, I'll be doomed with pressure. Exactly. You know, pressure is there, but Harikrishna, as cool as a cucumber, plays his king to d8. And, you know, Hari's like, you know, since I was a young kid, such positions I can easily handle. So king d8 is such a nice move. And the point is, he just wants to get his other rook into the game, rook e8. And then the rooks are coming in. And you still, if you want to take, you can take. And what did Salem play? I think Salem's moving very quickly now. Knight f4. Knight f4 was played here. And then rook h comes to e8. Hari is just making it look easy now. And Salem is thinking here, I think he might resign. I think what Hari does in his games is that he gives his opponents a chance to go wrong. And this tournament he has been doing really well. Also, he did that with Parham, where he made the game so complex that Parham went wrong and he got a chance. And the same thing with Salem today, where Salem got really ambitious and tried to sacrifice, and Hari was there, top-notch defense. Why hasn't Salem taken the rook with the bishop? What is the point of knight moves? It's like, you know, Roman Maslenikov. The point is that even if he takes bishop, takes rook, he will still be material down. So right now, he doesn't want to simplify the position. He wants to keep the pressure going. And here, you know, these top players know when they are losing. So Salem knows already that the writing is on the wall, that it's all over. There is no way, no counterplay you can look at. Oh, the c6 pawn is weak. But even if the c6 pawn was weak, then, you know, you already have like the knight defending it. So there is no way to get any counterplay here. I'm just waiting for what Salem's going to do next. to see, because I think a very logical decision could be to just throw in the towel here. Anukul says, moral of the story is never trade queens and go into the endgame with Hari. Somehow the endgame has come to, I mean, it is natural, and Hari has also said this before, that he feels very comfortable in the endgames and that is his forte. So it might be a good idea to keep the queens on the board against him somehow, because even yesterday, if you looked at his game against Quang Liem, Hari had a clear advantage in the last position, but still he agreed to a draw. So that is something which he did it because it was the middle game and there was a lot of, and he had time pressure. But once in the end game, Hari is in his element. Yeah, I think with this win, maybe Harikrishna could become India number 2. It is possible. Yeah, just for fun, you're right. With 4 minor pieces, you can't win unless you are Tarash, says Beloglavisu. Peter Cavanaugh says, after knight a8, there is a trick. And did you see that, guys? One second. Can I get that view with both the Indians standing, with it also moving around? Maybe I have the camera 10. Oh, camera 10 is somehow some other game. Okay. I thought I could show you like the top view, but you can see Nguyen Thai 1 looking at the board there and just trying to see if there's anything. You know, these top players, they come to your board, then they move away. RIK says, Vidit be like, Apun draw kar dega tu title jeet le Hari. Nice. No, Asim, if Hari wins this, he will tie for the top spot most likely with Quang Liem, because these are the standings for everyone. 5 points Quang Liem is on. If he is slightly better against Vidit. So if he manages to win, then he still keeps the lead. But if Vidit holds him, he will be on 5.5. Hari will beat his opponent and reach 5.5. Salem. And so both of them will have a 1 point lead over the field, I think, unless Nguyen Thai 1 wins his game. And so tomorrow, Quang Liem will face off against Vallejo Pons, and Hari will face off against Anton Guyaro, who is on the last position today. Okay, what did Salem do? He's not played his move. Let's quickly go and check what's up with Vidit. Vidit is back in his chair. He's thinking for his move. Here is the position of Vidit. Oh, Vidit has played the move knight e1, king g3, f5. Okay. Is Vidit angling for f4 here? Maybe. What happened to Anton in this tournament? Yeah, Nicaragua, it's very surprising, yeah, that Anton has played so poorly. In fact, he's such a solid player otherwise. By the way, guys, we want to reach today 925k. So anyone who's not subscribed, please do subscribe. We are 103 people away, 103 subs away from 925k before the candidates begins tomorrow. And also, please do like the stream if you are enjoying the commentary. Yeah, I think this can be a draw. Absolutely, guys. Anisu says, how are you getting the camera feed? Well, the organizers of this tournament, Prague Chess Festival, have been very, very wonderful. They have been very kind, and they've given the live feed to all the people who would like to commentate, you know, and that has been nice. So a big shout out to them, especially the organizer of this tournament, Peter Boleslav. They call him Bolek, and Vidit has spoken about him before. Wonderful person. Is there a playoff in case of tied first? I think there is, but I'm not sure. Aradhya Bansal says, Sagar bhai, one last prediction de do candidates ki. Guys, there's a video on ChessBase India that I have put. Please go there and give your predictions. Who will win with how many points and who is your favorite? Means, why do you want that player to win? Because if you give the right answer and if that is the one, you will win this book, which is Shyam Sundar's book, Archangel's Rui Lopez, the latest book. Shyam Sundar gave it to me. It's fresh copy very recently when we met in Chennai during, I had gone there for the Olympiad kind of coverage, and he gave me this book and he said that, Sagar, I want to give you this book because it's my first ever book. He's a GM, and this book has been praised even by Vishy Anand in the foreword, who says, I have worked with Shyam Sundar and know him to be a creative and diligent analyst. Here he gives you a combative working repertoire in the Rai Lopez. Study it critically and you will benefit from the unusual ideas he exposes you to. So do check it out and do take part in the candidates contest that we have on our channel. Okay, by the way, Quang Liem all ready to make his move. What is going to be his move? Because Vidit is threatening maybe to play f4. Can he go f4 himself? Can Quang Liem go f4 in this position? Maybe. He's thinking here. He's not really very happy. He wants to extract the maximum that he can from this position. What is my prediction? I will tell you my prediction, guys. I'm very bold on this. I really want that to happen. So there are two people who I really am hoping will do well. One of them is Firuza, because if Firuza Magnus happens, that will be unbelievable for chess. And the second guy whom I would really hope that does really well and wins is Rajabov. He's a good friend. He has been someone with whom I have streamed, he spent time with, and he's been a great person who has, you all have also, many of you like him. So yeah, these are two people who I'm hoping. And of course, by the way, what did he do? F3. He's keeping the juice in the game. He's like, let's not somehow liquidate too soon. Sam Roberts says, Sagar, please do one more Chennai round if possible. You can make a documentary like Nat Geo organization on this level is epic. Please capture the preparation times and create something wonderful. That's a good idea, Sam Roberts. I think I will do that after the candidates ends. So let's say 5th of July it ends. Maybe on 6th or 7th I can go, and maybe I can go along with someone in the team and we can together do like couple of days there, footage and all. Great. Okay, that's a good idea. Mohammad Rabi, this is Lichess. I'm analyzing this on Lichess, and the reason why it looks good is because I have also installed an extension called Prettier Lichess. All of this was suggested to me by Rakshit Singh. So a big shout out to him who helped me to make this entire setup very cool. I haven't met Rakshit before in person, but I will meet him as he is one of the volunteers at the Olympiad. So I'm really looking for the Olympiad, not only for the games, not only for what is happening there, but also so that I can meet a few of you who have been, such a great part of all the streams and everything. Okay, Hariwan. 1 second. No, guys, really. Did he win? Don't do this. Don't do this. Oh, he's won. After Rukechi had Salem resigned. Oh, he didn't even, I felt he would resign. Game is over. Arey yaar, we missed this. Is India number 2? That's what Madhur Mende says. So after Rukechi, this game was really nice, by the way, guys. I think the turning moment. Hari is 2715 now. Okay. And what will happen to Vidit's rating after this draw? Most likely a draw. I think he's on 27 what? 2714 or something. Vidit is also 2714. Oh, he's 27. Vidit will be 2714.7. Maybe will drop to 2714.3. And he is oh, it's so close. They both are like zero point 0.5 points. This has always been the case between Vidit and Hari. They've always been so close to each other. And sometimes Vidit goes ahead, sometimes Hari Krishna goes ahead. It's been neck and neck. And I feel that Hari Krishna has been having a tough time recently, and this tournament has proved to be a great change for him. He has won 3 games. He's beaten Vidit here, he's beaten Maghsoodloo, and now he's beaten Salem. So 3 very strong players. He's got better of them, and that is actually a great result. He also held a very difficult position against Thai 1. So just so that. Yeah, I think guys we are back. Very sorry for that disconnection. Something went wrong, but sorry. Just back, something went terribly wrong, and it was a very bad lag. But here there was a good move that I was looking for the white pieces. Can you find it? What should white do in this position? Sagar gets Starlink from Elon Musk. No, what happened is that at some point in my computer, suddenly there was a driver missing. So I just can't connect to the Wi-Fi connection. It just doesn't happen. So someone came and put a small stick into the USB, and then the Wi-Fi gets connected. It's some kind of a patch or something like that. And so now, whenever the Wi-Fi goes away, I have to check whether it's the Wi-Fi issue or something in that thing. So yeah, I'll have to figure that out. But anyway, Vivek says I'll be playing my first OTB tournament in 19 June. Torch run rapid. Please give some tips. First of all, Vivek, it is 16th today, so please spend next couple of days playing on a board with someone. It will really help you get your vision on the board. Secondly, just go and enjoy there. Don't take stress. Don't get worried. Even if you lose all the games, that does not matter. It's just get your experience and have good fun. That's the most important thing. So here is the answer that all of you have given. Knight g6. So knight g6 is a move that is playable, but after h6 the rook opens up, and actually black is doing pretty well. The move that I was actually looking for, and not bishop h3, which was actually played in the game, that is a decent move, but a better move is bishop c7 by Suraj. Well done, Suraj. Attacking this pawn, and you might have to go bishop d8. I take, maybe you'll take with the king because that looks logical. You want to bring your rook here. And then bishop h3, and already this position looks so much better than what happened in the game, like rook e8. I like white's position here. Maybe there are many other ways to play, but maybe knight f5 next move. You have to take. I'll take with the bishop. So not this, but he went bishop h3. This was, I think, the first move in the wrong direction, and Hari Krishna found a very strong move here, b5. Really like this move. Really like it. And I think Salem had to keep his calm and go rook a3. But I don't think he liked it. Also here, maybe it's not clear. Yeah, like take, and knight c2, attacking the rook. And if you go right here, then I'll take this d4 pawn. So you go h5, attacking this bishop. And then I take on d4. You take on g6. And I take on c5. And then this is hanging, and then this is hanging, and then you take here, and it is a crazy position like this. Something like this could have happened. But b5, I think this is where he went wrong with rook e1. The blunder happened on this position with rook e1. And no, Amol, if you take the rook, then I play h g6. So just to make that point clear, if you take here knight c2, h5, knight a3, then I can take h g6, and now your knight is trapped here. It can't go anywhere, so that's not a good idea. Okay, you could play this, but then I can take on d7 takes and then take pa3. So rook e1 was the blunder, and Harikrishna was so sharp. Actually, how do you miss this move? That is the question. I have one more doubt. If knight c5, which was played, and he plays bishop d6, knight b3 is just over. Can't even do anything. Just khatam. Game is completed here. Can't do this. Actually, it's a really bad move. Like rook e1 is just terrible, because even if you play ba4, that is fine. Knight c5 just clears this path here and defends this. So yeah, excellent play by Hari here. Salem loses his game, and now let's go to Vidit versus Quang Liem. h4 played by Quang Liem. Like after f3, Vidit went king e7, and now h4. Nishta Devaskar says, hi Sagar bhai, I'm Ruchir. I'm 13. I have my chess semi-finals tomorrow. You're my inspiration. Thank you. Arin, Ruchir, all the best for your semi-finals. Give your best. That's the most important. Aradhya Bansal says, Sagar bhai, commentary kiske saath kal at the candidates? Yes, Amruta will join me. My partner in crime, also partner in life. She will be there with me to commentate for the candidates. And also every day we'll try to invite someone to join us in the commentary. We will have a good time analyzing, and it'll be good fun. GH, King H4, King E6 have been played. Oh, it's been played. Okay. It's not to be seen on the live board as well. Maybe the live board has also got stuck. Very surprised. Okay. So these moves have been completed. A second. Let's see. So f3, king e7, h4, Vidit took. He took. King f6 has happened. Okay. He goes f4, pawn push to f4. Now it would be a good thing for us to learn how to hold such a position. How do you plan it? Like, if I was black, I would think firstly I can keep a pressure on f4 with my knight coming to d3 and bishop d6. So then his two pieces would be tied here. But also another way could be to give a check, because then I have like these two squares covered. You have to go king h3, bishop e3, king g3, knight d3, king f3, or bishop a6. So he can dislodge this knight from here, bishop c4 and bishop c5. So I was thinking, like, if we keep this pieces over there, it might not be very difficult for it might be very difficult for Quang Liem to dislodge my pieces. Vidit can offer a draw, guys, but Vidit will not offer a draw. It is a little bit insulting in such positions to offer a draw. Not that it's wrong in any way, but it's like you are a pawn down and you should not offer a draw because your opponent is trying to win. So good players generally know when their opponent is going to try risk free and they don't offer a draw. If you go to an age group event, generally draws are offered in such positions a lot. Yes, opponent can decline, but why would you offer a draw like that? Nista says, can we go king e6? But then king g5. You have knight f3 check. King g6. I don't want the king to come in. You know, I would rather not let you. What Monish Gaming says, tomorrow I'm having chess Olympiad selection for visiting Olympiad. Oh, all the best, Monish. Very nice. Alex Martin says, how much of an impact could this performance cause in with its approach to the Olympiad? Not very sure about that, but I think definitely Vidit would work on his games and try to figure out how to play, because one of the things is that he has been extremely solid in this tournament. He has made 7 draws now, if this one ends in a draw, and 1 loss against Hari, which was a very complicated game, which went like maybe slightly better for Vidit in the opening, and then Hari took over once Vidit made a mistake. So generally you need a very solid player on board 1 in the Olympiad, and Vidit has that quality of being very solid. So it is very likely that he might be on board 1 or 2 for Team India, because if you're playing on board 1, then you will be facing players like, let's say, Caruana, Anish Giri, Magnus Carlsen, all of these. And if you are able to hold your own in all of these games against these world-class players, that's already a good result. Yeah, that is a good question actually. Who will play on board 1? But I think it's not based on rating anyway. It's based on how the team decides, and also what the captain wants, and all of that, what the coach thinks. So, I mean, even if Vidit was higher rated than Harikrishna, they could have decided to put Hari on board 1. And even if Hari is higher rated than Vidit, they can still think of putting Vidit on board 1. So it's all about, it's not about rating. It's more about who feels more comfortable on board 1, who will get more whites, who will get more blacks, and all of those things. Arjun can be a great choice. I am actually not very sure if Arjun would be put on board 1. Maybe because it's his first Olympiad, he might do a better job on board 3 or 4. But you never know, yeah? Arjun, young, talented, can of course create a dent in any tournament. Who's the captain? Well, I don't know if the captain is, I mean, Srinath is the coach, but generally coach is different from captain. We'll see who it will be. Oh, Pushkar Deore says candidates and JEE mains are happening simultaneously. Okay. Commenter says, Sagar, I have a tournament in 2 days with FIDE 1200 rated players. I am rated the same. Something special I can do to get an extra edge. I'm a bit weak in the opening, but okay in the middle game and end game. I think you can just make sure to solve a lot of tactics. That is a very good way to go to a tournament and not blunder something. Because when your opponents are 1200, it is very much possible that they will make some tactical errors. So very good idea is to solve, like maybe spend 2 to 3 hours tomorrow solving a lot of tactics. It will give you a lot of confidence and also board vision. One thing that I like to do when I was playing is before the tournament set up a board, solve some tactics on the board, because it's not a screen that you're going to play on, it's going to be an actual board. So you can maybe go to a screen, like you can go online, start a position, set it up on the board, think on the board, find the move, make it on the screen. That way, if you do, can put you in really good frame of mind. Wish he could have played. Yeah, that would have made our strong team very strong, Yug. That is for sure. But of course, Vishy is the mentor of the team. Also, he is going to be in the presidential run to the elections. I mean, presidential elections. He's going to, if Dvorkovich wins, he will be the deputy president of FIDE. Did you see the statistics of esports charts? ChessBase India has the second most viewership during Norway chess. Great job. Pawan Chopra, where can I see it? I have not seen it. Anisu says, Sagar bhai, can you evoke Sagar Dawn and summarize the Saleh game just for fun? Okay, maybe after this game is over, we can do that. We will try to do that. When is the Olympiad starting? 28th of July. And guys, the Prime Minister of India is going to come on 19th of June for lighting the torch. It's a big occasion because he will light the torch that will go from Delhi to Chennai for the Olympiad. And this is a tradition that will start with this Olympiad and will happen in all subsequent Olympiads, where the torch will begin from India and go to the country that is hosting it. Let's say in 2024 it is happening in Norway, then it will start from Delhi and then move towards Norway. So it's a big honor for Indian chess that this has happened, and I really commend the work that is done by All India Chess Federation, first of all in putting this forth to FIDE, for FIDE in accepting it, and lastly for getting the Prime Minister to unveil it and to light it. It's a big moment. Could you please explain what is a torch run? Kapil, it's just like a torch will be lit up. It could be an electric torch, it could be a real torch, I'm not sure. It will be lit up, and then from Delhi someone will start running, I think. This is my understanding. And it will run through Delhi and then to the next, and then people will change hands. It will go to the next city, and then run all the way to Chennai. I think it's humanly possible to do this or not. Is the distance too much to cover in what, next 40 days? Is it impossible? I think so. Maybe they will have to try it in some other way. Will it be broadcasted on TV, Shashwat? I think it will be. Maybe it will be on ChessBase India as well. I will let you know. And then we can, all follow it live together. Maza aega. We'll follow it. It's at 5 p.m. I think on 19th of June. Sagar bhai, there is momentary disturbance every 2-3 seconds when sound gets cut from your end. Can you check? Acha, is that the case? Hello. Is it better now or no disturbance? Okay, maybe some people. Sir, what ID proof do I have to carry when I go to the tournament? How do they recognize me that I am in the tournament? Rishi Kumar, carry some ID proof with you, maybe Aadhaar card or something like that, so that they can confirm. How to know the path and how can we apply to carry the torch Alpha Zero? I am not sure. I'm not sure. Guys, recently there was this, I just read before coming on this stream. Shriyana Malya, who gives the answer many times on our stream, she recently won a tournament in Karnataka. I don't know if she's there right now, but many times I call out name of her. So let me just tell you which exact tournament she played. I think it was, yeah, she won under 15 rapid rating state girls school. So, and she like crushed the field with 8.5 points out of 9. And I feel very proud when someone who regularly attends the, oh, by the way, bishop b4 played by Vidit, just moving his bishop here and puts it on b4. I feel really nice when they are someone who's following our live commentary regularly, does well in tournaments. I've seen several players actually able to perform well, which of course they work on chess otherwise as well. It's not the only way, but it is one of the ways that they keep themselves sharp. My starting rank is 122, says Anand Panwar. There is going to be 1500 participants, going to be very big. Yeah, yeah. CBI has retweeted those statistics. Acha, that one. Let me just see. Of course, it's also a team who, Chess Base India, who does things. So, esports chart says 50K peak viewers on Norway Chess. Top channels Chess 24, second Chess Base India. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, and we did it without a camera as well. Like, there was no cams for Norway Chess. So, thank you all for following the commentary. It's always very cool. Yes, I have to still interview Ramesh for the candidate for the Olympiad. I have interviewed Srinath, Swapnil, and also who's the team coach for women's A, Abhijit. And I had actually spoken with Ramesh on one of the days to do it, but then I had a personal emergency at home and then we couldn't do it, and it is still been pending, so I need to get around to doing it. King G3 played by Liem here brings his king back and puts his king on G3. VD has half time of his opponent, but the endgame is quite okay. I mean, he should be able to hold this. So, Anand Singh, no, I do not have the camera rights for the candidates. How to play chess without stress, Monish Gaming. Well, sometimes you do get stressed, but I think it's more about practice. If you play regularly, you will feel less stressed out. I can tell you from my experience that even though I played chess for all these years, when I used to have a game, I used to feel quite nervous. My sometimes stomach would pain. I had to go to the washroom before the game, and I think it's just how you how much importance you give, how much you train yourself, and so on. What are the coverage plans for the candidates, Edward? So Edward, what we'll do for candidates is, first of all, we'll do like all the games. I think it will start at 6:30, so we'll start from the beginning, and then we'll go through all the games carefully: openings, middle games, end games. We'll also have nice overlays prepared for it. We will also try and invite interesting guests, so that they can join us. Amruta will be back for commentating, so both of us will be commentating from here. And also next day, before you guys wake up, I will try and do the review of, or you can say the highlights of all the games, and ask you critical moments where you can think and play like the candidate. So all those who missed out on the live commentary can actually catch the highlights. And so that these are the plans. There will also be articles written on Chessbase India, so which you can follow, those who like to read, and so on. Yes, 40 moves are done. 42 moves have been completed. Pairings for the round one. I'll tell you, it's Caruana versus Nakamura. Firuza versus Rajabov. These two are very exciting, and there are these other pairings, so I'll show you later. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be very exciting, the candidates. Drone Pandey, what would be a good beginner chess book for rating of 900? I would say Silman's Endgame course. I know you guys don't like endgames, but I really think it would be very useful. 6:30 p.m. is the candidates. Sagar bhai, can you get Levi Roseman for? Oh, nice. I will ask Levi Roseman if he can come on one of the days for half an hour or 1 hour. Good idea. Anyone else whom you would like to see, please let me know. I will ask them. Uh, Chess for fun. Okay. Here are few of the names that you have suggested. Eric Rosen. Okay. Mamedyarov. Samay Rana. It's a good suggestion. Magnus Carlsen, Tanya Sachdev, Adiban, Anna Rudolph, Daniel King. Okay, I should make a list of these. Anna Muzichuk, Alexandra Botes, Arjun, Samay, Daniel Naroditsky. I think Daniel Naroditsky is going to be the official commentator, so he would be commentating. Judith, Gary Kasparov, Eric Rosen, Sahil, okay, Anna Kramling, Sergey Karyakin, Nuber, okay, Deepan. So many nice suggestions. Anish, Vidit, my god, Sarvanan. बस हो गया गाइस, बहुत हो गए, बहुत हो गया, ये तो कैंडिडेट्स खत्म हो गया, दूसरा कैंडिडेट्स आल्सो खत्म हो गया. So let's, yeah, but I will try to, good suggestions actually. By asking these questions, I got good ideas, and I'll try my best to get them. Aditya Sur Roy says Amir Khan. Let's try. Knight c2. You know, the day when one of the Indian players will be playing in the candidates, then I think Amir Khan would be interested to join. Yeah. Right now, there's no one from India. By the way, is Vidit thinking about going to A1 and attacking B3? नरेंद्र मोदी, अमिताभ बच्चन. अरे बस करो यार, बस करो. Firuza's brother. Oh, nice. Future Shah. Future Shah might be the most difficult person to get on stream, yeah? Because somehow, somewhere that beard has been misplaced. So I have to order a new one. अगर आमिर खान आए तो subs 1 million हो जाएंगे. Oh, nice. कितने सारे suggestions है, बाप रे. Yuzi Chahal, okay, Yuzvendra Chahal, if he's not playing cricket, yeah. What about Negi? Oh, that's a nice one. Parimarjan Negi. Pragnananda. हाँ, ये तो ठीक है. Guys, आमिर खान के लिए रुके हो 1 million के लिए. अभी 50 लोगों को सब करना है, वो भी 50 people are also not subscribing and you want 1 million and all 75,000 subs कहाँ से होंगे? Nadir Bek Abdus Sattarov. Oh, nice. Very nice. I was also thinking of calling some of the young talents of India if they are free and can join. Bishop A6 played by Quang Liem. And they are, of course, our young guns like Gukesh and Prague and Nihal and Arjun and Raunak and all of them, but also people who are younger than them, and you can get a glimpse of them. Like recently, if you remember, we had Charvi on the stream, then maybe some more young talents, so you can get to know them. Ilamparthi, exactly. Recently, Ilamparthi played such a beautiful move, guys. I want to show you. Can I show you? Can you guess? Let me see if I can pull that game up. Beautiful. It was a move. Are Rook wala. Are Rook. Exactly. What a move he played. Let me see if I can pull that game up. Vidit really holding his own here. So we will, of course, come back to his game बीच में. पर अभी time लगेगा. You know, like they both have a lot of time on the clock. Prague is the best, actually best player for me in the world, says Esama Patrick. Nice. That is true. He's very good, and I think it would be nice to get his insight. Shubham Kumar, Harikrishna's game is over. It's already done. He's given a check. Why is the video hanging so much? Bishop E1 check on the board. And then King F3 also played, and with it goes instantly Bishop D2. Call Indian Tal. Oh, Ratnakaran. That is a nice one. Harikrishna won, guys. हाँ guys, मैंने पढ़ लिया अभी. सब ने बोला मलिका शेरावत. I read it. Okay, we'll see. Isaac. Yeah, here is it. Here it is. I will ask Sarvanan if he's free for sure. But after he played this move, he lost 2 games, Ilamparthi. But this move that he played was very epic. So let me see if I can have it on the board. हाँ, तो ये है. Okay, so ready guys? I'll make a video tomorrow on that. But ठीक है, ये position था. So Ilamparthi is playing with black pieces. So you just put it here. So Ilamparthi is playing here, and his opponent is Shota Azaladze. He's a good player. He's 2400 plus. Now Ilamparthi is a pawn down, but Ilamparthi says, hey, I can play here. Okay, Now you can't take the bishop because then your rook would be hanging. And if you were to play bishop takes f7 check, then I can just move my king away. And the position is still playable. Correct? So here, Azaladze played rook takes f7 and he's like, Ilamparthi, if you take my bishop, I'll give you a mate. If you take with the rook, I'll give you a mate. So now what is the only move that black can play here to save himself? Let's see how many of you can find this move. Aha, Grishchuk. Okay, guys. Grishchuk also. I think. Such a cool move, right? Such a nice move. So many of you have found it. Guys, you are so good. All of you. I mean, I can't believe that my chat. See, I can believe that if I'm doing a live game commentary, many of you use engines. Okay. But when I show you such a position, it's very difficult for you to use engine or anything. And this is all found by all of you. So many people. Unbelievable. I'm seriously proud of you guys. Seriously. Okay, this is not the position. Rook h1 found by Suyog Wadke, Shaunak Badole, Paras Bhoir, Peter Cavanaugh, Adit Kheria, Debanjan Rudra, Yash Bharadia, Akshit Karande, Giannis Kotlas, and Keshav Sharma. Well done, guys. He found Rook h1 on the board. And now, if you take with the bishop, I think he had to take with the bishop. And then I think Ilamparthi would have taken with the king and the game would have ended in a draw. White is slightly better, but it should be a draw. But you know what he did in the game? He played king h1. I don't know what happened. Maybe he was in time pressure and Ilamparthi took this, gave a check, and now he's winning the rook and he won the game. So only moves are very easy to find. That is true. That is true. I know, I understand, but still, I mean, to see this graph from the chat where only rook h1 almost everyone said is not easy. It's not easy. So I'm proud anyway. अरे guys, अभी तारीफ कर रहा हूं तो ले लो ना, फिर only move you are doing. Okay, let's go back to Vidit's game now. Kutubuddin Aibak says, Sagar sir, can you tell who is Lubojevic? So, Lubojevic is a legend in chess. He was at one point world number 3, if I'm not mistaken, behind Kasparov and Karpov. Very, very strong player. And I think he's at the candidates as a second of Richard Rapport, right? Call Hans Niemann and Arjun. Okay. Hari is India number 2 now, Akash Jain. That is right. He's number 2. Oh, Shashikiran's game we can see. True. Mandar Nanal. That's a good idea. Let's look at Shashikiran's game. How is he doing? Sashi. He is playing against Toshek or? No, he's playing Michalik. Oh, game is over. No. This was, yes. Last round. 1 second. Round 8. Oh, Shashikiran is playing against Abdusattarov. Oh, wow. Wow. 1 minute. Let me see if I can find his camera as well. Oh, found it. Nice. There you go. Kapil Bagaria says, I think Magnus versus Hikaru would be better hype than Alireza Kals. Both are good, actually. Any one of the two, I think, would be nice. But very likely, guys, if I have to tell you what is likely, I think Ding or Fabi. These two guys are really awesome. And there you have Shashikiran on with the white pieces, thinking his b6 pawn is very, very dangerous. So let me just try and see if I can get his game here. Yep, there it is. And also if I can get the camera. Yeah, there you have it. So Nayan Kasat says, can you tell us about the current seconds? I am not sure, Nayan. But let's say who would I know already? He goes bishop c8. Oh, he plays bishop to c8 here. Stopping. First, let's just analyze this. Stopping the pawn from going to b7. I think what he will do, if you go rook a8, he will take on f7, rook c8, and then rook b5, and I think black is winning. So you can't do that. You can't give up your knight. So you might want to give a check, but then after king f8, how do you even continue? Like rook here, rook back. Rook c7, I believe bishop a6 maybe is okay, or bishop e6 is okay. b7, I can go rook b5, and if rook c8, then king g7, queen, I'll take, you take, and this would be a draw. So here is one thing which you should know for sure, is that a rook versus minor piece, be it bishop or knight, and two connected pawns is a draw. So gives knight h6 check. Shashikiran gives a check there after bishop c8 in the position. Okay, now king f8 looks natural. I mean, king h8 also is okay. Why not b7, says Keshwananda Jha. I think if you go b7, he will take it, and then with this, it's a draw. Even if black did not have these two pawns, it's a theoretical draw. So I think Shashi still wants to try a bit. So he goes knight h6. I mean, it's not really a try, but it should be a draw. Rahul Gandhi says, Sagar, how's Nihal doing these days? Been missing his play a lot. He's doing well, I think. He played the French league and he has been performing very steadily. If I do check his live rating right now, I think he's gaining points, if I'm not mistaken. Was king f8? Oh, by the way, rook b8 already played in the position. Rook a8 played here. He played, no, king f8, rook a8. And now you don't go rook d8. That would be a mistake. You know this, yes? What's the move? b7, and wins for white. So you actually have to play, he played king g7, which is a nice move. So now if rook c8, it's actually still important. What do you do here? Oh, what? Leon is beating Naidish. Wow. Chess D says he's gaining rating from French league, but he lost his rating at Sharjah. Acha. This is an important moment, guys, because now, yeah, the right move is knight rook b5. Shouldn't get greedy and take this. So after knight g4, rook b6, rook check, king f8. I think Sashi might play on in this position, try to win these two pawns, and then try to press knight rook versus rook, which will most likely end in a draw after 50 more moves. That's what I think will happen. Okay, this happened exactly what we said. Knight g4, rook takes b6, rook c7. And Shashikiran would be able to hold this. Actually, in the challengers, Who is leading the tournament right now? I'll tell you guys. In the challengers right now, the tournament is being led by Vincent Kaimar with 5 points, Abdu Sattarov also on 5, Neiman on 4.5, and Shashi on 3.5. So for Shashi to win this tournament looks slightly tough right now. But he's played well. He's played well. I mean, he's lost a couple of games, but he also won. It's been a fighting event for him. Okay, what about Vidit? How is he doing? Let's go and check Vidit's game. So Vidit here, after King F2, Knight C2 has happened, and this is the position on the board. If you go bishop d3, knight d4, and then b3 under pressure. Aditya, that's a good idea. I will make some games on the previous matches of Anish and Vidit. That is a possibility. Mendon ka game, huh? You want to see what Leon is up to? Okay, let me see if I can get it. Watch broadcasts. French is Leon in B pool. I think he's playing on B pool. Oh, right now actually Nihal is also playing live, and also Arjun is playing. Let's go. I think might be fun to check. Or is it all over? Yeah, I think no, it's over. Arjun versus Andrei Sipenko was draw. Okay, all games. I don't know where you guys. The tournament is over, no? So I don't think Leon versus. Yeah, I can't see. Stage 2. Acha, stage 2 has begun, kya? Already. Okay, what's the move played? Knight c2, and he went king e2, and then Vidit went bishop d6, and now king d3. Okay, little bit getting a little bit worrisome, little bit, not much, because if I take bishop f4, hoping that if you take here, I will take here. What's the move here for white, guys? Sharp, sharp, be sharp, be ready for your moves. Let's see how quick you are in the chat. Let's see how many of you. Sambhav Jain, that's the first name I see. And then Vinod Chavan, Chess for Fun, Abhivir. Very quick, guys. Excellent, excellent. Knight h5 check. Then I'll take your bishop. Then I'll take your knight. So that is lost. So that's the reason why Vidit has to do something about his knight. He goes and gives a check. I think that's what he's going to do. Let's have a look at this board. Is he going to give a check? Vidit has currently 20. Yeah, gives a check on b4. So that is on the board now. Let's go here. Why don't they agree for a draw? Because Quang Liem wants to win the tournament. You know, it's should never ever end it soon. You can keep fighting. King c3. Once again, you can't take because of knight h5 check, then picking up the knight. So very likely that he will give a check here. If you go back, I will come back. And if you go king d4, which looks like a nice move. Now this, yeah, king c3. Now look at this, guys. It's getting sharp. It's getting sharp. Look at this beautiful. And if I go king d5, why is this a blunder? See, chess, anything can happen anytime. That is the beauty of this game. You have to be alert. Why is this wrong? And you guys, you are so distracted. You're so distracted that many of you said knight c3 check. Are dosto, kya kar rahe ho? King will run away from here. Who are these people? I'm not going to read the names of the right answers now. Who said knight c3? Mistadam, Praful Sharma. Mistadam is strong player. Kutubuddin Aibak, Aditya Jal, Laukik Nayak, Mandar Nanal, Vitesh, Nidhi Gaude, Rohini Pawar, Rajat Gupta. Where are you putting your knight here? Mate in one. People are saying sorry. Hey guys, don't be sorry or anything. Happens to the best. Okay. Let's go back to the game where nothing of this sort is going to happen, guys, because it's a classical game with Quang Liem having over 53 minutes on the clock. People are saying, oh, you said fast. That is why I got triggered. That's why I got this. Don't. School days yaad aa gaye. Moody Magician says, I'm sorry, Sagu. My mother used to call me Sagu. Yeah, knight a2, good move. Look at Vidit there. You see, guys, with engine evaluations, we are all so certain knight a2 is a good move. But for Vidit, putting a knight in the corner is definitely some bit of risk. King b2, and now come back. So he comes back to b4. And now I think you have to protect this pawn on f4, so knight e2 makes a lot of sense. No, I don't think it will be threefold. Are Prague and Gukesh playing any tournaments? I think Prague will now next play Champions Chess Tour. Gukesh said he will play. I think he said he's going to play somewhere in June end or July. Where he was going somewhere. BL, yeah, BL, exactly. Knight e2 on the board. Prague and Raunak are currently in Olympiad training camp. Ah, yes. For the B teams, it's going on right now. Yeah, Nayan Kasat, I would love to tell you more about the seconds, but I have not yet updated. Maybe they'll put up some pictures. But if we go through the seconds, I don't know who Caruana is currently working with, because earlier he used to work with Kazim Janov, but now they are not working together. Then when it comes to Ding, he put a picture with all the entire Chinese players, and Anish had retweeted saying that all the seconds of Ding Lijian helping him, so that, I mean, Ding would have a big team with his Chinese seconds. Firuza, very difficult to say who would be helping Firuza, but I guess MVL might play a role over there, being from France, and that could be possible. Also, because when I saw at the World Rapid and Blitz MVL, when he won the World Blitz Championship, Firuza was, very happy, and he was around there, and I thought that they have good friendship with each other. So that is definitely. Nikaru says, what do you think of rumors that Fabi and Levon are working together? Maybe, I think it could be possible. One of the perks for Aronian to, shift to the US that he can work with these strong players, especially Fabi. So I think could be very possible. Yeah, very likely actually. And Nepo, yeah. Leko, yeah, maybe Sarthak Mahajan, you are right. Leko or Potkin, who has worked really well with Nepo, he would still be there. I think he might not change his world championship team. Ivan Cheparino is Firuza's second. Chess D. How do you know? I mean, in what way? Yeah. Who else? Hikaru literally doesn't care about seconds. I think Hikaru would be with his long-time second, Chris Littlejohn. Uh, Chris Littlejohn is rated around 2100, and but he's very good with the engines. And Hikaru, I think, trusts him, and could be that he still works with him. Rajabov, yeah, that is an interesting thing. So Rajabov has worked in the past with Karyakin. It's possible that thing, or maybe it's also possible that Mamedyarov would be working with him. Maybe some Azeri players, it's possible. But I think some Russian players could also be helping him. I'm not sure. Firuza's second, maybe Cheparino, since he was there with him at Norway, says Chess D. Okay, interesting. Interesting, because Cheparino has worked with Topalov. So anyone who has helped someone at world championship level, I think very good chances of them, helping in the right way, because they have that know-how. So let's say Peter Heine Nielsen, or for example Erwin Lamy or Kazim Janov. These are all the seconds who are very much sought after because of their experience. What does very good with engines mean, Mark Regev? It means that you know how to look at engine lines, how to know which variations, how deep to go, how much time to work with the engines, at what depth should you keep it on, how to manage cloud engines. I mean, there's a lot of things that is related to it, and sometimes engine work is very good for some players who work with engines regularly, and is very difficult for people who never worked with engines. For example, if you get, let's say, someone like Gukesh, who hardly works with engines, to work on it to find new ideas, he might struggle. He might do better than just with his mind. But if you get someone who works with engines extensively, like let's say Pragnananda perhaps, then he might do a better job there. What is second? Rajat Gupta, it means someone is like an assistant. Who else did I miss? I think Duda. Duda, very difficult. Yeah, maybe some Polish players helping him, but not sure. Not sure. Maybe someone like, I don't know. Maybe not Wojtaszek, but someone like Bartel, or someone from those, maybe some Polish players. But could be that he's made some other team as well. Not sure. Kramnik might not be the second of anyone, because I mean, the way Kramnik spoke that day when we got him on stream, he was not even sure who's playing the candidates. Like he said, and he's also commentating. If we remember, he was saying he would commentate on Levitov's chess channel. So I would highly recommend all of you interested in some high quality, top notch analysis to look at Levitov's chess channel. There, Kramnik would be commentating. I think Vishy Anand will be commentating on chess.com and chess.com India. There is also Daniel Naroditsky, Robert Hess on FIDE. There would be some strong players on Chess 24 as well commentating. So it's going to be a great thing. And for everyone, I mean, I would also be commentating with Amruta. So You will have a lot of different opinions to look at. Nayan says these discussions just stirs up the hype for the candidates. Looking forward to it with excitement. Did you have a second or just Amruta? Uh, I once worked as a second for Tej Kumar, who is my good friend, and for his national championship in 2013 when he played in Jalgaon, I was working as his second, and his performance was very good. He scored a GM norm there, and I was very proud whenever he would play great chess and he would use some of the ideas that we had worked upon. So that was a very great experience for me. And I have worked with a trainer during tournaments, like Joseph Horvath is one of them, who used to help me before every game. But it was not like he was completely dedicated for me throughout the day. Like, we would work for an hour or two, and then I would work on my own. So yeah, Amruta has helped me in the past. And but no one, like, I have gone with a second or something like that has not happened. I didn't reach that stage. Rapport. I think for Richard Rapport, this Lubojevic, yeah, he came with him. Is that true? Maybe I'm making a mistake, but join Tanya. Oh, she's streaming. I will ask her if she's there. Maybe I'll join her today. I think this game will end in a draw. Yeah, the chess 24 videos on Magnus's team prep were very well made. Those were very nice. Yeah, I loved them. I think we should also do something like that. Does second get salary? Of course. Of course. They get paid very well. They do, sometimes they don't even sleep the entire night. How can they work for free? Okay, sometimes you are young and you're working with a grandmaster, like a top GM, for a few hours or a few days, and you do it for experience. But all those who work full time as seconds, they charge heavily, very, very heavily. In fact, some of the seconds are so expensive. It's like you have to pay like 30, 40, 50,000 rupees a day or something like that. It's not cheap to have a strong second with you. It could be very high. Chaparino and Sokolov were part of Firuza's team, says Dharmendra Joshi. Maybe, yeah. I just said 30K. I mean, it depends on who's your second. Could be very expensive to have a very world class second. No, not month, guys. What is this month? I mean, I'm talking about the best seconds in the world. That is why when players like top players who say that it's very expensive for them to pursue their chess, it's exactly for these reasons. To work with a top second, to work with a top trainer, it's just too expensive. Your resources get used up super quick, and that's the reason why having a corporate sponsor or having a long time, like a very solid sponsor with you, is very important. Sometimes your cost of seconds and trainers itself goes above 50 lakh a year or something, in that range. So you have to have a very solid backing. It could even be higher. Chuchelov, yeah, exactly. Daksh Mehta, you're right. Chuchelov could be working with Rajabov. True, true. That could happen. टाइम ट्रैवलर सेज भाई अपन 500 रुपीज में कर देगा. वो बराबर है. But that might also be difficult, yeah. If you don't do good work, then 500 is also not worth it for them. Okay, bishop d5, bishop d6, king e3 has happened on the board. So I think Vidit has managed to get this setup which he wanted, where two of his pieces are attacking. Yes, Joshua Epen, I will be streaming candidates. Is Aronian part of Fabi's team? That's what we were discussing. Maybe yes. Maybe yes. Dhanush Shivakumar says, why can't people see Duda is one of the silent killer in the world of chess? He will slay these candidates. You know, guys, I'll tell you the truth. This candidates is so evenly balanced, so evenly, that I think it is one of the most exciting candidates that I have seen ever. Like, you know, there are these candidates which became very famous earlier times, like this 1953 Zurich interzonal, 1960 1962, I think it was Stockholm, or and all of these which became famous. This one will be one of them, and that is the reason why I want to cover it so well. I want to like do such a good job that we can, you know, remember it for years to come. Like, ye game mein kya hua tha, ye move, you know, we have to all understand all the complexities, try to understand the opening ideas, tactics in the position, and then we can all remember. Like, okay, by the way, check king here and bishop d6 with it keeping an eye here. $19.59, yeah. 5 more subscribers to go till we reach 925K. Levi Roseman might be Hikaru's second. No, I don't think. Guys, you know, in chess, seconds need to be very dedicated, even more dedicated than the player himself. Because the player needs rest before the tournament. But a second has to work around the clock. So, someone who is totally into prep is the one who will be a second. Why do players not reveal seconds easily? Because, you know, Pranav, the thing is that when a second is chosen, they have certain of their strengths. For example, when Kramnik was working on the Catalan, he had, I think, in his team Boris Avruk, who was a Catalan expert at that time. So if people would know that, oh, Kramnik has Boris in his team, then maybe they would guess that which opening he would play. So keeping your seconds concealed is a very good idea. Sometimes when you have prepared your openings which are different from your seconds opening, it could also be a very good idea to reveal your seconds so that your opponents waste time in preparing for the openings of your second. And I think Vichy did it several times, that he would reveal his seconds before the World Championship match because he was confident about his preparation. Shakti Singh says, I'm going to follow the candidates and fail in NEET. I have heard the best second stories from Surya until date. Dynamic chess says, yeah, absolutely. Surya Ganguly and storytelling, you know, chess flows out of Surya. And there are good storytellers, and there are very good analysts, and there are very good commentators, and there are very good players. But if there's one guy who is good at everything, it's Surya Ganguly. You know, he has that ability, that the way he speaks bishop c4, knight h4 check with its knight and bishop harassing this king. Uh, he's so eloquent and so good at explaining things. Yeah, 925K. Awesome. Siddharth Ranadev says, at such a high level, how do seconds add value to the player's chess understanding? Okay. imagine that you are running a company, yeah, and you are like, say, JRD Tata, or you are Ratan Tata, or you are the CEOs who are the chairman of the company, who has tremendous experience, tremendous knowledge, great decision making skills. Why do you need helpers? For execution many times. And the same thing, like, you might have some ideas, and also not just for execution, even you don't have all the ideas, your team has ideas, and then they work. So actually a second is very important. Like, he keeps the energy of the player alive. Like, if a player has to work throughout the day, he would go crazy. I think now Liam is agreeing to a draw. Not yet, not yet, not yet. He's fighting. Is it hard for player to work alone? Aditya Hari, imagine you wake up in the morning, you have like 20 different openings that you have to play. You have to work on first those openings. Then you have to revise them. Then you have to remember your analysis. You work with engines. It's a crazy thing if you're working so much alone. Oh, by the way, oh, they drew. No, they reached 60 moves, so they changed the score sheet. I have a question to you here. What is the fastest way to draw after king g3? He goes king e3. But what is the fastest way to draw? In between all our candidates and second stock, a chess question to those who are very sharp yet. Seconds get paid very well, Rahul Agarwal, very well. Graham Pawar says, I recently saw a video about Shantanu Naidu, who is the assistant of Ratan Tata. I'll check it out. Thanks for telling. Yes, and the chat, as always, very sharp here. Knight to f4. Excellent job, because now after knight f4, you can go king g5 and the knight is pinned. You win back material and draw the game easily. Great job done by Sendil Nathan, Sampa Saha, Suraj, Prahlad, Aditya, Nikhil, Neha Patak, Mista Dam, Pranay Kumar, and Akash Jain. Danish Chandrakar says, keep your friends close and seconds closer. Yeah. Akshay Thilak says, what happened to Hari game? Hari won. Hari won. How much does Vidit pay to his seconds? I don't know. But in general, I can tell you that if you have an experienced second, it's way different than if you have inexperienced second. Because, see, it's something like this. It's like an intern and it's like a professional. An intern learns also, and maybe the intern is very talented, but he's also learning. But a second who's been like a second or a trainer for years together is not going to by the way, knight g6 and now bishop b5. Okay, he second would be expensive. By the way, I have one point here, that after check now he will go king e3 or king f2. He went king f2, and now when he goes knight g6, I think he will go king e3, and then he will go bishop c5. He will go king f3, and then when he will go bishop d6, he will play bishop e8. And I think this is what Quang Liem wants, that in the end, if he can chop off this bishop for the knight, for example, I play a move like, say, bishop c5, I have a feeling that this endgame, there is some chance for white to play. Although this is also technically a draw. It's very difficult to make progress here, but at least some chance here. Yeah. Vinay Kumar says, love the name Candidates. It's very classy. Once I said to one of my friends that Candidates is happening, and he was into so much of politics, and he was like, oh, but the elections are not happening right now, so who are the candidates? He had no idea that Chess Candidates is a tournament. Tomorrow is the final round of Prague. Any seconds ditch their player and leaked information in top level, Ayush says. I don't think, but generally what happens is like, it's a very much like a company thing. So for example, you have seconds like the key people in your company, and when they leave the job or when they go and they then work with your competition, then it becomes very dangerous. So for example, let's say if someone is right now working for, let's say, TCS, and then he leaves and goes to Infosys or something like that, this competition, then how important it is. Same way it happens in seconds as well, because he would have some inside information about the other player. So it's a very tricky business there, and I think you guys have some information about this happening. VD was once the second of Anish. Yeah, true. That is for sure. Oh, look at this. Very nice. Pranav says, me and my three friends started a chess club 1.5 months back every Sunday in Bhandara, Maharashtra. Now we are joined by 11 more members. We enjoy snacks and play chess every Sunday. Pranav, if you can send us some pictures, that would be very nice. We'll post it on ChessBase India. More people would know about it. So it's very cool that you guys do this. Is it true that Arjun is Fabi's second? No idea. From where? Do seconds sign NDAs? Ooh, that's a tough one. I think it depends upon the players, if they do it or not. But I don't know if it is enforceable in the court of law, but possible. Yeah, I mean, if you think about chess players who are world class and whose livelihood depends upon every new idea that is created, every single new idea, novelty could be worth its weight in gold. Imagine this, that let's say you are playing the last round of the candidates, you have a new idea which helps you to win the candidates, then you go on to play the world championship, you become the world champion, and then you get so many endorsements, you get so much respect, you get so much, you get sort of sorry guys, I got disconnected for a bit. Are you back? Just refresh. I don't know what was the last thing I said. I was just talking and I didn't see that there was a lag. Jordan some mentioned that he signed something like an NDA during his podcast with Levy. He also said he didn't want to share info he gained by being Anish's second. Talking about seconds, switching parties, Peter Nielsen switched sides from Vichy to Magnus just before 2013 World Championship, says Chaitanya Modak. Uh, Chaitanya, I think it was not immediately. Um, Second. So the game continues with bishop c6. And what did he do next? Did he give a oh he's going in. He's going in. Bishop c5 check, king d3, bishop d6, and now he's played king here. Okay. But that's just like a draw offer, right? Because if you take here, and now if you take here, I'll just take here. If you go king b5, I'll go bishop here and defend it. And then if you play this, I can take, and then this bishop will control. So that's not going to work. But I think after taking, he will go knight d4. attacking f5. And now you have to be careful. If you go king d7, bishop d7, attacking here, and then you will lose this pawn, but eventually the battlefield will then be reduced to this side, which will then be easier. So I think Le Quang Liem has made this practical decision. Still drawish, but okay, you play on. Leon won. Wow. Amazing. Rahul Agarwal says, I have been following chess for 9 years now, but because of Chess Base India, fun has just doubled. Thank you, Rahul. That's very nice to know. Chess, Vaibhav says, which is the highest honor in chess? What way? Like, apart from the GM title, apart from the candidate title, maybe it's not a title, but you played the candidates, you've been the world champion. I guess there was something like the chess Oscar, which was given to the top player every year. And I think Anand has won it 9 times or something. Kasparov has won it several times, but now they stopped it. Okay, Sashi drew with Abdul Sattarov. Nice. Malaya Ranjan says, don't ever stop streaming. Okay, sure. Uh, Piyush Pandey, your candidates prediction. I just said today at the start of the stream that I have Firuza, whom I'm very much looking forward to in this tournament, and also Rajabov, whose games I would be really interested to see how well he performs. Of course, Hikaru is someone we all would be very interested to see when he will challenge Magnus. But yeah, so these are some of the players. Although I think the very likely people who might win are Fabi and Ding with their experience. Ding is my man. Very difficult to pick a favorite. Yeah. So many interesting chat messages today. Marvis says the book Anand Files has detailed info on how the seconds Nielsen, Wojtaszek, Ganguly work. The book is a nice read. Today I was talking to Asim. Um, who is one of the mods on this channel. By the way, this has happened. Vidit took here, he took here, and now Vidit said, let me just come back with my king. And now knight f5 has happened. So now he'll put his king here. I think he can directly play it. That's not a problem. And if you take, I'll take with my king. Then my knight comes back. 2 versus 1. I will exchange one of the pawns and then sacrifice my knight for the other pawn. It should be a draw. So yeah, this Anand Files is the book. You can check it out. Beautiful book to improve your understanding about the seconds and world championship prep and all of it. It is beautiful. Daksh Arora has been asking from like 2 hours who is the second. Arey Daksh, we have been talking about seconds for such a long time. You can take seconds as your helpers or coach, that way. Do you think Hikaru has more chances to win than Ali Reza? I don't think he has more chances to win, but he will definitely be a force to reckon with. I think the very fact that Hikaru plays so much chess online and has this ability not to blunder. He already showed in FIDE Grand Prix that what he's capable of. I was amazed. I couldn't believe that he managed to actually win it. And I think everyone in chess was, even the top players, some of them whom I spoke to. And I think we can never discount him. So some moves have happened. Bishop went back here. No, bishop e4. No, first he went b4, king c7, and bishop e4. No, Vidit's defense has been great, and Vidit's defense is going to help Harikrishna become the joint leader along with Quang Liem. Thoughts about Rapport, Sachin says, I feel that Richard Rapport is already reaching the candidates is a huge achievement, because his playing style is so unique, so aggressive, so complex, that he's able to manage such complexities at such a high level. Because generally when you play very, very complicated chess, it's not easy to be accurate. It just shows what a big talent he is, what an amazing player he is. And so I am very excited to look at Rapport's game in the candidates. Will he play some offbeat lines? Will he have prepared that? So there are these players who are technically very sound at the candidates. They are Nepo, Fabi, Ding. Very, very technically sound. They'll choose the soundest openings. They will have some deep novelties and stuff. And then you have these chaos creators, Duda, Rapport, Firuja. And then somewhere in between is Nakamura. And I would add Rajabov to, I think, the list of solid players, Ding and Fabi, somewhere there. So I think there are these two kind of players in this candidates, or we can put it in three types: very aggressive, in the middle, and very solid. No, actually, I would have said Nepo is also very aggressive, but after he's played the World Championship and his preparation and all, I think it's very difficult to again go back to what you were. It's like once you know something deep, it's not easy to revert back to something where you were worse. So let's say it happens with the best players. Like, let's say, why does Anand always play Queen's Gambit declined with black, or e4, e5 and all these solid lines? In his younger days, he used to play the French, the Caro Can and all of this. It's because he spent so many years analyzing these openings and finding advantages for white, that when he sits on the board now, he no longer wants to take risk in those setups. And that's what knowledge does to you. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. That's why this youthful energy of some players who are able to play all sorts of things. And that's why Magnus is crazy, yeah, that he knows things, yet he plays moves like h4 and stuff in the opening. Vidit has not 1 minute. Oh, what? Vidit has only 1 minute. My God. No, 12 minutes. He has 12 minutes. 12 minutes. Don't you think Nepo will have some ideas left from the World Championship match? Definitely. He will definitely have some ideas left from the World Championship match, which will be very useful here. But also his World Championship prep might not be very ideal for the candidates, because imagine that in World Championship he was always going with the strategy of going solid with black pieces, but in candidates it might very much be that he needs to play for win sometimes with black. So it will help, but no, I'm not sure how much. Prachiti says that's very philosophical at a certain level, Sagar. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it is true for everything, not just in chess. But once you know something, it's very difficult to have that kind of feeling that I will take risk here. And that attitude is not easy to inculcate, that you know that this is not good, but you will still do it. And there are people who still do that, and I don't think I'm one of them. I think these are the real crazy guys who know why something is bad, yet they try it. Sachin says, based on your knowledge, what is the routine of players in big tournaments like candidates? What happens after games? Do they analyze games or rest? So every player has a different routine. And I think one of the... Oh, he goes bishop h1. Puts his bishop far in the corner. But hats off to Liam's fighting abilities, and hats off to Vidit's staunch defense. They have both played very accurately, like every move. So a good game, which most likely will end in a draw, but we never know. I think once they play the game, let's imagine that it starts at 3 p.m. there, local time. It should end somewhere by 8 o'clock, 8:30. Some players would... firstly, their seconds generally, if there are two types of seconds: secret seconds and one that are public seconds. You generally want to keep 1 second of yours public, because then that player can wait for you after your game is done. You can walk back with him to the tournament, to your room. You can discuss with him on the way. He will tell you, oh, why didn't you play this? And great chess players never need a chess board. They can always analyze. One thing I know that chess players don't really enjoy, well, if you win, you are okay, but if you lose, you definitely don't enjoy, are the press conferences. But we as viewers enjoy them so much. We are like, oh, press conference, kya hone wala hai aaj? What are the questions? But I think chess players just want to go back because they know so many things, and they don't want to reveal everything in the press conference. And sometimes these questions are like, oh, did you prepare this opening, or were you aware of this? And they're like, oh, should I say yes? But then that would give a hint to my next round opponent and stuff like that. And also, if you have lost, you're just thinking about, why did I play that move? And then you want to really run away. But that's how it is. Then you have dinner. And I think there are some players who might just want to know exactly what is the plan for tomorrow against their next round opponent. So they will just discuss with their second that I want to play this tomorrow. They would know their color, and the second would work maybe throughout the night, or at least for a few hours, and the player would most likely sleep. Because for a chess player who is playing such an important tournament, rest is tremendously important. And once the player wakes up, generally he will have his breakfast, and then he would sit down with his second, go over whatever he has prepared, some new ideas, revise his opening lines, and then take some rest before, let's say, it's very important to time well your food, when to have the lunch. Let's say if you're going to play at 3 p.m., what is the time that you want to have your lunch? 97, by the way, for Vidit. If he takes, it's an instant draw. I don't think he will take. He'll keep it going. So when do you have your food? Do you have it at 12? But then by 3, you can already start feeling hungry. Do you have it at 2? Then you might really feel a little bit lethargic at 3 o'clock. So you have to hit that perfect mark as to when do you eat your food. I guess maybe they eat it at 1:30 or so, and then they sleep for an hour, and when they come to the board, they are like super fresh. But everyone has a different thing. Someone likes to have a nap before the game. Someone would like to wake up really late in the morning, skip breakfast, prepare, and then have a heavy lunch. And that's how it is. Ratnesh Ranjan says, I think Chuchelo is Fabi's known second, as he was with him in Tata Steel Grand Swiss, and Fabi might have secret seconds like Levon Dominguez Alejandro. Okay, Alejandro is his good friend and has been helping him, so I don't think that would be a big surprise there. The entire St. Louis team has been working with Fabi even for the World Championship. But I think Chuchelov will have an interesting dilemma here, right? Because Chuchelov has two students playing in the candidates. One is Fabi and the other one is Rajabov. And I am aware that Vladimir Chuchelov is very fond of Rajabov as well. So I'm not sure who he would be working with. Why isn't there increment in candidates? I think this is a good question, being brilliant at chess. For the first 40 moves, there is no increment. Actually, for the first 60 moves, there is no increment. And then they have that increment. I guess it is to add that little bit of excitement to it. And also, I think World Championship has the same time control. So you remember game number 6, where they actually, for the first time in that entire match between Nepo and Carlsen, they got into severe time trouble. And then both players, because there's no increment, there was a possibility that one of them would lose on time. And that could also happen here. So there will be 3 time controls. So it's like 40 moves, 2 hours, then 1 hour for next 20 moves, and then 15 minutes for the from after move 60 with 30-second increment per move. Soham says, why FIDE don't have standard rules which apply to all tournaments? Why all tournaments have different classical rules? I think at least they have left that to the organizers to decide what time controls you want to choose. And I think that keeps a little bit of freshness, no, in chess. I think time control keeps that thing alive in chess. Norway, you saw how interesting it started to get because there was no increment. I kind of like it. I don't know, but at least some people have said it right, that if it's a qualifying event, then whatever is the time control for the qualifying event should also be for the main event. Like candidates is a qualification for World Championship, then the same time control should be there in the World Championship and candidates. That's an argument which people do have. Yeah. The price structure is interesting. Yeah, I got to know that it's also dependent on, I think the total prize fund is 500,000 euros. That is roughly around 4 crores. That's a good prize money. And also for every win, I think for every half point you score, you get 3,500 euros or something. They have based it on points. I don't think the players really care about money so much as winning the candidates. So finally, at the end of the day, there are other events which you play for money, but here it's very simple and straightforward. You want to make it to the World Championship. That's it. Why has the World Championship prize money remained the same for a long time, says Vignesh? That is a good question, Vignesh. And I think it should increase. Uh, there should be more money coming into chess for sure. And I feel like if, let's say, what was it this time? It was 2 million euros. Um, that is like 16 crores or something. And if I remember correctly reading, Fischer Spassky match had a very huge prize fund as compared to the previous World Championship matches in that era, 1972. And it was mainly because of Fischer. Fischer did not want to play for anything less than a specific amount. And, even I think it was the Secretary of State of US called him before the World Championship and said, please go and play it. Fisher did not want to play it. And then Jim Slater, I think that's the name, is one of the people who increased the prize fund, and it went really high. I don't remember the exact number, but I think something similar might happen in the next World Championship match. Magnus might say, I don't want to play, and then just like Fisher, and then someone will say, like, in order to get Magnus, I'm ready. He's a chess lover. He's like has a huge company and makes millions of dollars every day. And then he says, I want Magnus to play. And he puts up the prize fund, and then all of a sudden the prize money of the world championship goes really high. That's how it could increase. Himang says, let's hope sanity prevails for Carlsen, unlike Fisher. Himang, I think Magnus is very smart. He of course he's emotional, and as many people say, he's very truthful in his interviews. But also he always has some deeper ideas, deep plans, stuff like that. And I think he might be very much keen on this entire cycle changing. He's won it for 4 times, and it's different from Fisher already, right? Fisher won and then never defended, while Magnus defended 4 times already. So Ranveer Singh will increase the prize money. Yeah, that ad. I think Rupa ad, right? It was very nice. Musk will pledge the money. Yeah, someone who likes chess. PRT says in Anand files how Vishy used Rustam's idea in Meran, Rook G8, Bishop C6 to beat Kramnik with sharp positions was very cool. Worth analyzing at some point. Yeah, absolutely. And did you guys see, like those who have read Anand files, did you see how Anand's strategy changed from what he played against Kramnik and what he played against Topalov? Like Kramnik is this guy who's very solid. So Anand said, I need sharp lines. I need the Meran. I need these crazy lines where I'll keep my king in the center and I'll go all out against him. And then when he played Topalo, he was like, Topalo is the guy who will do crazy stuff. All I need to do is stay solid. And he chose that Slav endgame variation. And it worked out perfectly for both the occasions. But Gelfand, I think, proved to be a very tricky opponent because he was Anand was not able to break him down till such a point, and after game number 7, Gelfand was leading, and that was a match where I think Anand was just like, I don't see a way of breaking into his preparation. I don't see how, and I'm already 1 point down in the match. And that night, he told Aruna, and I think this is a very famous story, that the World Championship is lost. He didn't sleep that night well. Next day, the man goes out, uh, beats his opponent in 17 moves. And I just am amazed by this entire story, and I just feel like what level of pressure he must have endured. So stressful. It's for a reason. We call him the legend, we call him the greatest player, and so on. It's because he has survived in these difficult situations. And Shuman Das will increase the prize money. Ratnesh says Fabi wins and Rex Sinkfield sponsors the event. Yeah, possible. Possible. Very much. I have recently started reading Vishy's Mind Master, says Prajnai, and found it to be amazing. But don't you think the level of English that is used in the book is too high? No, Prajnai, I thought it was quite understandable. But in case if it is difficult, could be a good idea to just use a dictionary maybe with it. I didn't find it to be extremely high. Um, by the way, guys, what about knight b4 with the idea of knight d5 and winning this pawn? Ah, I get it. Man, mates can occur in any position. Look at this, guys. Knight b3, ठीक है, check, king d6, knight takes b6, okay, check, and now king a5. Find the mate. Chess is so beautiful. Mates can occur anywhere, anywhere. Find the mate, and I don't want any wrong answer. I'll read your name first if you give a wrong answer. Graham Pawar says time for Sun Tzu and Joy Datta to join forces and increase prize fund. You know, it will be such an amazing idea. Okay, if there's a prize fund announced, and then we'll be like, okay, at ChessBase India, we would like to do a fundraiser to increase the prize fund, and then all of us contribute like small amounts, like thousands of us, and then we increase the prize fund, and we're like, oh wow, could be nice idea. Okay. Here is the answer. I think many of you would have given the right answer. Bishop e1. Although bishop e8 wale, bishop d8 wale, king c7, all these people learn notations. Bishop e1 is the correct move, and I'm going to read out the names of the right answers. Groner, Laukik, No Name, Amit, Akshaj, Madhusudan, Real Sagar, Sayan, Arav, and Bhavik. Well done. Bhavik says we will all donate, but only if an Indian is playing and the World Championship. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's a good idea. Maybe we can do that. So Anand Kopardekar says, who according to you is the best player of all time, Kasparov or Fischer? That's a good question. I think Dhaval Gupta says, if every subscriber contributes 10 rupees, we will reach 1 crore. Amazing. That's such a good thought. We have 10 lakh people almost now. So yeah, 1 crore could be reached. Okay, this did happen or what? Knight e6 played by Vidit. Same concept as knight b3. He wants to go to c5. And now king a7 has been played. Liem fighting hard, fighting till the end. I think now there's a chance to just draw with knight c5. सागर भाई पैसा ही पैसा होगा. अरे मेरे लिए थोड़ी ना, guys. There are some fake accounts though. Who knows? There are also some rich people who can contribute 20 rupees instead of 10. जोर जोर से बोल के सबको स्कीम बता दो. Revan says, how does the player feel when the other player takes the game so long, although it's very drawish, fighting for half point? I think I don't think a player like Vidit would mind it, because I think he would himself have fought on in such a position. So they do understand that if I was in such a position, I would have also fought on. So there's nothing wrong in that. After all, he was a pawn up. Yes, Anshul Sharma, I did read the Almanac of Naval Ravikant. Yes, I did read that book. सोहम पंड्या says, then सागर भाई बोलेंगे अपन फिक्स डिपॉजिट में रखेंगे जब तक इंडियन आएगा. They drew. Knight a6, and what happened next? Did he take? He didn't take. He just offered a draw because he was going to take here. Manish Dhawan, thank you so much for becoming backer of Indian chess. Guys, Manish Dhawan, who's just become a member, he's the same one who is the head of Mystic Wealth. And they have introduced a scholarship in Help Chess Foundation. And he's contributed 1.5 lakh rupees. We have written an article on it, and it has been won by Arpita Mukherjee, who's a very talented youngster from Kolkata. So this is just amazing as to how people have come forward like Manish to support Indian chess, and he wrote a mail to me saying that uh, private players have to come in and do their bit for supporting the sport. And I am so grateful that people think like the way he does. So thank you, Manish, for that. And now he's also become a member, so very kind of you. By the way, here if pawn takes on a6, then Vidit has b5 with a check and it's a draw. And if you play king takes a6, then anyway you can just play bishop here and stop this and it's a draw. Yes, Anshul, it was a good book. Almanac of Ravikant. It was nice. Um, how does a world championship champion prepare for a championship match and keep being consistent at par with the challenger, as the challenger has to go through a grind? Shaunak, he also plays in tournaments, right? He does not stop playing, and Magnus was playing in many events. By the way, this is the end of today. I think all rounds got completed. With its game was the last one to happen, and let's have a look at the standings so that you know what's up. We have Hari Krishna. One second, it's not updated. Hari Krishna and Quang Liem would tie right now. Okay, while it updates, let's hang here. No, Hari and Quang Liem would have drawn. So I mean are on the same points. Tomorrow is the same. Tomorrow is the last round, so we will go live at 6:30 with the candidates, and in between we'll also check the Prague Masters last round. Aha. Yeah, yeah. Let's do it in the dawn voice that I had mentioned. So I'll do that. Uh, Look at this news, guys. Here, by the way, Vidit and Kwong Liam still analyzing. So Charvi, this young girl who came to our streams and also is very big talent, under 8 national girls champion, under 10 national champion girls, played in um, under 15 rapid rating tournament in Karnataka state, and she played in the open section. She's just 8 years old. Okay, this girl is 8. She plays in under 15, not in girls. She plays in open and she wins it with 8 out of 9. Amazed. Amazed. Anshul says, Sagar, what's your strategy to read a book? Do you read them cover to cover or just skim through them? I don't skim through them, but I don't even follow the start to end approach. I open generally the page which is interesting, then I read it from there, then I move back, front, first chapter, 10th chapter, 8th chapter. Sometimes I'm able to complete the full book if it is interesting. Sometimes if it is not, then I would read what I would like. There are books which I have completed, there are books which are incomplete, there are books which I pick up again, and it's just basically for me all about fine tuning my understanding, intuition, and so on. So I'm not proud of reading 100 books or finishing the books. It's just about the fact that if I can learn something new, if I can do that, that's what I like. uh, Yes, yes, I have read the story of Joshua Waitzkin. His book, Art of Learning, is beautiful. It's a beautiful book. Yeah, 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 Himang, that's true. Charvi is immensely focused for an 8-year-old. That is for sure. I'm just trying to pull up the standings cross table. Just give me a second so that I can do that, and then we will look at Hari's game and I'll analyze in Dawn style because I promised to do that, and then we will end today's stream. Himang Ghosh says, how are the tie breaks in Prague? Himang, can you tell me what is the tie break? By just checking, it would be great. For those who want to watch candidates opening ceremony, follow FIDE Instagram page. It's live now, PRT says. PRT, can you put the link here? Then people can follow it. Yeah, we can also raid Tanya. But I will just, I don't know what's wrong. We'll raid her for sure. Don Sagar Shah was an innovation I had to do in the World Championship because I was like very frustrated with what was happening in the World Championship. Like we were trying to do a lot of coverage, but we were unable to do much. And I was like, "Arey, kya ho raha hai idhar, yaar? Ye ho raha hai, wo ho raha hai." And then finally, I was like, "Okay, let's do Dawn style." And Amruta, as always, was up for it, and we shot it. Okay. Yes, Vikesh, we will stream the candidates. So let's do Dawn commentary here. अरे हरि कृष्णा ना अपना भाई, उसको क्या हो रहा है, आधा पॉइंट पीछे चल रहा था वो, तो बोला भाई आज अपन आएगा बोर्ड पे और स्लाव डिफेंस खेलता है। भी स्लाव ऐसा ओपनिंग है ना कि कुछ ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं, एकदम सॉलिड सेटअप रहता है, ड्रॉ भी होएगा तो कोई बात नहीं। पर साले ने बोला भाई आज तो अपन खेलेगा G3। पर भाई कैटलान में G3 होता है ना, ये कैसा स्लाव में G3? साले का अपना ही स्टाइल है। वो बोला अपन इधर बिशप को निकालेगा, पर फिर बिशप को तो निकाला ही नहीं, उसने तो नाइट लिया साइड में और बिशप को बोला भाई अभी मारता है अपन तेरे को। बिशप बोला अरे भाई क्या हो गया भाई ये कंप्यूटर को। बिशप बोला अपन रुक को मारेगा इधर, तुम अगर मेरे को लेगा तो अपन पॉन से लेके तेरा नाइट को वापस नहीं आने देगा। तो वो बोला चल भाई भाग यहां से, तो बोला गया वापस जाते हैं। अब ये वाला फुल ऑन प्रेशर है भाई, इधर नाइट कभी भी ले सकता है बिशप को, लेकिन फिर बोला क्वीन को लेंगे, इधर मारेंगे। हरी बोला अपन तो एंड गेम एक्सपर्ट है, क्वीन B6 क्वीन एक्सचेंज करेगा क्या तू? बोला अरे स्पेस लेगा अपन, अरे मारा क्या हो रहा है यार ये, अरे क्या चल रहा है? एक थोड़ा कैरेक्टर निकालना पड़ेगा जो ऐसा सर्किट टाइप। नाइट A6 पे लाया उसे, नाइट को साइड से पिच्चू से लेके आ रहा है, वो इधर जाके इधर से चेक देने का है उसको। पर फिर बिशप को बाहर निकाला है। हरी बोला ठीक है चलो अपन तो उधर नाइट को लाएगा, रुक ऊपर आया, इधर लगा अपने को सालेम भाई तो फुल फॉर्म में चल रहा है। इधर से किंग को हटाया, फिर उधर से बिशप को लाया, ऐसा चल रहा है फुल। पर फिर ये क्या मूव किया है, उसको लगा कि ऐसा रुक लेगा ना तो बिशप को लाके फिर इधर मेटिच करेगा। पर हरी भाई अपना क्या अलर्ट आदमी निकला, ऐसा ही मार दिया पॉन को। बोला पॉन डाउन, अभी अपन क्या चल रहा है। उसने मारा इसको, फिर इसको मारा, फिर सालेम को बत्ती जल गया यार। बिशप D6 खेलेगा तो रुके 7 से प्रोटेक्ट, नाइट को बीच में से निकाल के लेके गया वो। अरे क्या ही। इसके बाद हरी भाई अपना ऐसा फुल और एक रुक लिया, वापस नाइट को लिया, फिर रुक को लाया, फिर ऐसा ही बैठा और बोला सालिम भाई अपन कुछ नहीं कर सकता, अभी रिजाइन मारना पड़ेगा। तो ऐसा गेम हो गया भाई। तो ये हो गया खत्म। तो गाइस ये पार्ट को अभी प्राइवेट कर देंगे, थोड़ा कट कर देंगे। हाँ क्या हुआ बोला? ओ मेन चैनल, हाँ क्लिप्स पे डालते थे हम लोग। ओ हाँ, अमृता इज लाइक क्लिप्स चैनल का कंटेंट है ये, इधर क्यों यूज कर रहे हो? हाँ तो ये सॉरी। चलो इसको बंद करते हैं दोस्तों, और स्टैंडिंग्स वैंडिंग्स आप लोग ही देख लो कौन लीड कर रहा है वगैरह, तो इतना कोई ये नहीं है, कोई तो लीड करता ही रहेगा टूर्नामेंट। अभी बंद करता हूँ मैं। हाँ अभी कैंडिडेट्स में मत बोलना अभी ये वाला कमेंट्री करने को। ठीक है दोस्तों, बाय बाय, गुड नाइट, सी यू।